If you're even a casual wrestling fan, you've probably heard of the Curse of the Von Erichs. It's one of the most infamous true wrestling tales. This is a movie and not a documentary. Some artistic license has been taken, most noticeably in the fact that one of the brothers, Chris, is actually not in the film, in perhaps an attempt to make the film a little bit more focused, and perhaps even a little less grim. But of course, it's still a pretty heartbreaking tale, and I'll admit, it had me pretty choked up by the end of the film, which is unusual for me. Zac Efron stars as Kevin Von Erichs, the most stable of the brothers, and a journeyman wrestler who is often overlooked by his father in favor of his flashier siblings. To anyone who ever dismissed Efron as a lightweight, which would have been a mistake by the way, this will be the performance here is nothing short of incredible. The physical transformation itself is a sight to behold, with him having the body of Arnold Schwarzenegger in this. He sports an insane amount of bulk, but it's his vulnerability that rules the day, particularly when he's paired with Lily James, who plays Kevin's eventual wife, Pam. As much as he struggles with his family, Kevin was always lucky in that he found someone who really loved him early in life, and their love story is what gives the film the small sliver of hope that it needs. The movie and professional wrestling communities have been looking forward to, especially after the episode of Dark Side of the Ring on the Von Erich curse. Fascination with the subject has soared like a Kevin Von Erich flying crossbody splash. For me, having loved professional wrestling since I was a child and having seen a lot of the Von Erich tragedy play out, I wondered how in the world Sean Derkin could turn this into a story that audiences could enjoy. I'm not sure he accomplished that last bit. Don't get me wrong. The Iron Claw is an incredible film, a harrowing, bittersweet exploration of brotherhood, legacy and family obligation in one of the most cutthroat, secretive and isolated professions in the world. Zac Efron and Jeremy Allen White packed on the muscle to play brothers Kevin Von Erich and Kerry Von Erich, the latter a natural athlete who later spent some time in the then WWF. That muscle helps them endure the physical rigors of the squared circle, but it also acts as something of an emotional armor against the enduring pressure of the Von Erich patriarch Fritz Von Erich, played with taskmaster-like toughness by Holt Michelini. Fritz comes from a generation of wrestler where men were men and you proved yourself by never getting injured and being tougher than the other guy. Wrestling might be fake, but the injuries are real and the physical grind is unparalleled. Joining Efron and White in this stellar cast are Harris Dickinson as David Von Erich, considered the most gifted all-around star of the family, as well as newcomer Stanley Simons as Mike Von Erich, a soulful artist at heart. Mike is no match for the bruising demands by Fritz, who ranks his sons by who his favorite is, and Mike always down at the bottom. Not to be ignored, the women in the side of wrestling. I really enjoyed Lily James as Pam Atkinson, Kevin's confident, assertive future wife. Maura Tierney has been deserving of a big role for a while, and it's good to see her get one as Fritz's wife, and the boy's mother Doris, an old-school Texas matriarch, watches closely and only steps in when needed. The only misstep in casting is hiring anyone to try and play the nature boy Ric Flair during one of his craziest, most erratic promos and periods of his career. I'm sorry, but nobody could ever hope to match Slick Rick, and the whole scene is just really awkward. Derkin should have paid whatever was necessary to get the archival footage, then hire someone to play Flair in the ring. It's clear that Derkin is a true wrestling fan himself, and you can see it in the way he shoots the action. No offense to Darren Aronofsky and some other directors I've seen do wrestling movies, but they have a tendency to just point the camera and let moves happen. But wrestling is about more than just suplexes and drop kicks. It's about style and storytelling as well. In particular, The Iron Claw is ultimately a hopeful look at the enduring bonds of family. Professional wrestling always takes more than it gives to those who are part of that world. If you love the review, please subscribe it.